All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. It's another RTS League playoff matchup. This time it's between UCA, their A team, UCA standing for the Uncrappables, and the Walker team, WKT-B. Technically, it's the Walker team, and then it's like I can look up they're the Patas Red Monsters. I'm not sure what patas means, but that's what you got. So here's me in my little office, the undecorated office, and I will show you guys real quick the bracket. But I'm not alone casting this. I also have sitting alongside of me in Discord is RyFang. RyFang, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
So RyFang,
Good.
yeah, I'm doing good. You're doing good. RyFang is an old clanmate of mine from like 2003.
I was telling my neighbors this earlier. Yeah, I said 2003 as well.
Wait, you talked to your neighbors about me?
Well, they asked me how my move downstairs was going, and I mentioned I would finally be able to talk to people again, and you came up.
Oh, all right. Well, we're looking at the brackets right here. These are unfilled brackets. There's been a few matches that have already been played. I've already casted one of them. Another I won't cast, which is TM versus Dodd, because I cast it. I did a duo cast with Blackadder, so I'm not going to cast it again because that seems kind of silly. But we're looking at the top right of the bracket here, which is UCA. They're a Lizard Owl combination. It's their A team, and then you've got them against WKT. UCA coming into the playoffs with the number 2 seed, and WKT is a number 7 seed. So there's an obvious favorite here. But WKT did take a game off of the DOD's Dodd A team, so they could do some damage. But before it gets too late, I think we will just kind of mosey on into the game. And RyFang, you can still see the game on your screen, correct?
Yep. Good to go.
And all right, so game number 1. We'll get into our predictions, what we think as we get these games rolling, because usually the beginning first few minutes.
Off the top of your head, whose home map this was?
I don't. I'll probably be able to figure out looking at the map.
Isn't it the higher seed would be home, so the lower seed, WKT would be home first?
I don't know. I can't tell. So I think this is, though, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure this would be WKT map here, and it's Marsh, and we are looking at currently the WKT team. We've got watching RG, watching recorded game. This is Eric, BR. Okay, this is UCA's map. I was wrong. But watching RG is Eric, BR, which some might remember. I'm pretty sure. I've never seen him play at Ranos, though. Are you able to confirm that, RyFang?
That what?
Watching RG is Eric.
Oh yeah, he absolutely. There was lots of flaming going on in chat.
All right, and then our pocket player is also a Ranos. That's more. He's very familiar to most players. And then the bottom left is Gladiator Hero, who is Loki. So we've got Ranos, Loki. And then on the bottom right is our UCA team, the Uncrappables. We're looking at Swiss Boy, who's Loki. Plays a variety of gods. We've got Nyan Racing Cat, who's a Ranos. He primarily plays Ranos and Kronos. Might as well go with Ranos here. And then the top right is Hades. So Ragnarok's is Hades. So Hades, Loki Aranos versus Loki Aranos. Looking at the god selections here, RyFang. Well, does anything stand out to you? Because something does to me.
Hades is a bit interesting, especially as the Greek option. You think Zeus or Poseidon might be the Greek preference on this map, but we see a Hades pick.
Yeah, the other thing too to me is that I would have thought that one of the teams would have doubled up on Norse. Because Norse on this map is kind of insane, especially like an Odin. Is what I would have thought. But I guess WKT's team here isn't... I guess they don't really play Norse. Like Moore doesn't play Norse, and Eric doesn't play Norse. So I guess they went with Gladiators. They're only Norse. Speaking of Gladiator, this is a guy. I'm gonna call him out a little bit. This is a guy who like 2 years ago was just like a pretty average player, like 1650 rated on Voobly. He's gotten a lot better, like within the last 2 years.
Playing with them a lot as they're, I guess, 11 o'clock Eastern time, and later there's not a lot of people to play with, so you play with the same people 90% of the time. So he's one of those people who's extremely active during that time frame, and yeah, he holds his own in pretty much any game and any god.
Yeah, like it came to the point once I was like, I would like consider like who is playing on this guy's account, which is kind of a compliment because it means you're playing well. But yeah, he plays well. But anyway, as far as you're looking at the teams, obviously UCA is the number 2 seed. They won their division. They've got good players. I mean, Ragnarok's, Nyan Racing Cat, Swiss Boy are all good 1v1 players. Ragnarok's particularly probably a really good team game player. I think he actually plays a lot more team game than 1v1. So you're looking definitely UCA is the favorite here. But that isn't the end all. I mean, WKT can play pretty well. I'm trying to get my commands here. Oh, I can't. That's right. It's a team game.
Speaking of playing a lot of team games, like Rag is on the opposite side, you've got Moore, who I don't think plays a lot of team games, and
No.
definitely not with his teammates in this game.
No, and that's the one thing that I would say that I think WKT will struggle with is they don't play as many team games together. They're more of like, I mean, Gladiator plays a lot of team games, but I don't think he really plays a lot with either Moore or Eric. I'm really interested to see if there is seeing a Loki. I'm looking for the relic that makes Herseers run faster. And
speaking of this WKT team, wasn't there the Rage Quit game earlier in RTSL season where they fired their own flaming weapons from?
Yes! I mean, the game was over. Here it is right here. The top right of the map. Boots of Kick Everything. And that is on UCA's side of the map. I don't know if they've noticed it. But yeah, I mean, Archaic Age is come and gone. I mean, it's hunting and gathering. Looking into this, I see Marsh is like, you got to have mobile gods, which everything is mobile except for the Hades, who's grabbing an early second town center. What do you think of this?
I mean, that's pretty standard. I mean, isn't that how pretty much 99% of the Greeks play on a big team map like that? Is you kind of go for the boom, and isn't that why you kind of have the Greek in the lineup that doesn't have the mobility and aggression, so the late game and the boom potential?
Yeah, that's what. Well, right. That's why you do it. But I think this is risky. If the opposing team can get their mobile armies together, because your 2 players on the bottom.
I mean, the downside isn't Red's gonna die. The downside
is his allies.
Or double his teammates.
Right. So I think this is like, I'm actually a little surprised to see this. This I think is kind of risky.
Early walling from UCA. You see them walling, but not the opponent, which walling is so annoying to deal with and just so impactful for how cheap it is.
Right. Like right now, like you could even see, look, Ragnarok's is having idle build time in both town centers, which is kind of the danger when you grab a town center this soon, is you can't support the food. So it's
generally a bit of a build order mishap, though.
And like
he's got the
farms.
Extra wood for farms. He should have or could have had those wood vills or some other vills, making sure he had enough food. But just a minor thing. I'm sure he'll recover in the long run, and certainly being on 2 TCs when everybody else is on 1 will give him plenty of time to catch up and get ahead.
And somehow Gladiator lost his ox car. I think it was to these roaming Prometheans, which should never happen. And now we got a little bit of fight here. We got a Loki Herseer getting caught out. And you don't want to lose early Herseer. It's so valuable. Like for some reason here, I'm not even really sure why. You got Swiss Boy with 9 Herseer to just 5. Actually 6, and that seems a little bit unusual to me, like to be down that far already. And then we got Nyan here. This is the danger that you get when your ally takes early town center is he's getting doubled hard. Nice little shockwave there. Low HP Murmillos. And now like your Hades comes in to help. That's great. But Hades units aren't super mobile, so they show up and then they just have to retreat. And now Nyan, if this pressure is done well, like they could almost sit on this gold mine here. And or come back around to the wood line. And this is the danger that I see as picking Hades. So right, Hades doesn't have mobility. My question is, why pick Hades? I mean, maybe it'll end up, maybe you'll get this massive boom and it won't matter in the end. And they're trying to plow through this barracks here to get on that gold mine. Now you do have Sentinels has been cast.
I mean, the Sentinels aren't a terrible god power in the team game, obviously.
They aren't.
Do a huge job protecting your teammate getting doubled. I mean, I'm assuming you see the Restoration in Classic, which again is a really good god power against the aggression.
Yeah, but
the Loki.
Here's what I do here, and it looks like this is what Moore is doing. Is once Sentinels is cast here, and red is pooling here, everybody, or at least the one, which Moore is, should come down to now blue.
I would have liked them to see the double the Loki just off the start. I mean, the Loki doesn't have as much defense because he can't pop his vills into the manor like Nyan can.
Yeah.
Ranos, so I think going after the Loki early, especially with the way Loki can snowball if he gets up in ages
this villager
without having too much eco, is always a good target to double early.
On the wrong side of the forest there. And now this is a danger where now you kind of got the Uranos running kind of circles around the map here. Because once you're on defensive on Marsh or any open land map, like it's so hard to not be defensive, like to change the course of the game, because once you're defensive, you're always going to be defensive. And here's another double over here where Swiss Boy was ahead of
Moore's
Gladiator.
doing a good job as the pocket in terms of putting a lot of pressure and helping his
Yeah,
needed.
and now he's all over Swiss Boy's economy, and here comes Nyan to like rescue him. But the damage is kind of already done at this point. So sure, once you show up to rescue him, now you're kind of solidified here. But then this is kind of where now Moore switches and can now like come to this side and join another double over here as we have this slow Hades army. You got the Toxotes that, yes, they're a little faster than normal. Uh-oh. He has line of sight of this, but the villager already ran away.
Oh, wow, that Vill took off early.
Yeah, got out of there early. I'll have no part of this. And Moore running through. Moore not in a really good spot. His army's, I don't know what it's doing other than getting shockwaved.
Yeah.
Gotta get out of there.
Downside of Atlantean army is, especially against another Atlantean army, it can get shredded pretty damn fast.
Yeah. But looking at this, I'm a little worried here though, because it still seems like Gladiator is like, yeah, he's 20 pop behind. He should not be fighting this. I mean, I guess he does have some iron jars, but I don't know.
It's just a terrible fight. And
yeah, and there's no reason to take it. Ah, he is gonna get shreked here. We have a restoration on the other side of the map. And you probably don't want to continue fighting this as Eric probably run away.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that great of a resto. Kind of
but
must
yeah,
have thought about and forced it.
Oof. Gladiator's army here. Look at the hearse here.
That fight is gonna just end, pretty much decide the game already.
Yeah, like this just completely counteracts all of the good stuff that they did, and he took this fight for no, like, this is a no reason fight here. I mean, you built your two longhouses in a dumb spot to begin with, but why lose your two longhouses? Like, now he's like, at this point, like a Loki versus Loki.
Wait for your teammate to come double. That's the nice thing about team games,
yeah,
as opposed to 1 versus 1. If you're behind, you can pick a moment to catch up instead of just...
Uh-oh. I'm sensing like this is like, that fight here is just gonna like start just an avalanche of problems. As we see this,
that's how this game works. It snowballs quick, especially when you're going against a Loki.
Yeah.
And our Loki.
Uh-oh. Oh. All right, well, they'll kind of get away, I guess. Oh, no. Oh, no. The pancake is coming. Oh, man, this is absolute disaster here.
Where is more though to like help? Like
He's right here fighting all the myth units, which isn't what you want your... I mean, I guess he's got all heroes here, but wow.
it's actually a pretty good. Those myth units are so hard to deal
Yeah.
with. It's not bad to pick
Now,
up solo.
I'm no big city mathematician, but I think there were more than 4 dwarves mining down here, and that's all that we've got surviving is 4 dwarves, so that wasn't good.
That- So much of the early Loki economy though, as well, because Loki you go so heavy on dwarves early.
And now on the other side, Ragnarok's boom is now good, because if you can hold the defense on the other side, the boom then obviously becomes better, because it's, you got more economy, and now Ragnarok's is kind of all over Eric, who probably, though, isn't... I mean, he's not where he probably should be because he's not on Aranos main. Like, I'm really not sure. I guess this is his army here. But, it seems like he's maybe a little bit behind where he could be.
Yeah, he should still have the army advantage as the Aranos.
Oof.
If he's heroic with the chaos to get the lion to flip, then he should be able to win the fight still, despite the boom.
There are a lot of dead blue hearse here, and I'm thinking this was probably a fight that Swiss Boy, because he just hit heroic age.
Looking at 2 armies on the opposing team, so that obviously was a 2-versus-1 fight.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have fought that, but we missed it. But now Blue's army is dead, so that kind of gives Gladiator a little bit of breathing room. But this Hades aggression here is big. We saw the curse come down.
That lion is dead, which was at full HP before, so did he focus the lion? Is that why the fight went so bad? That he wasted all his focusing the lion?
His entire army here, and like, you have all of these Atlantean carcasses, and like, just the lion is dead. And like, if you're going up, he's up Hyperia now, you should have just waited and not even fought. Because then the curse could have just been a lion fighting red.
Exactly. If you turn that lion and then just fight his army, it should have been a slaughter for the Aranos' favor.
And now you got a little bit of fighting over here on the bottom. Any quite of sort of armory upgrades? Nope. Now, is this relic still here? The boot to kick everything, or did somebody
that a
get
minute
it?
Ago.
Did somebody have it?
Watching a high-level game and nobody touched that relic.
I don't know if somebody... I don't see it. It was here. So who got it? I don't know who got it. Well, we'll figure it out later. And by the way, Aya, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're getting to the middle stages of the game here, where UCA does have a decent advantage. The one thing that kind of saved Gladiator is that Swiss Boy lost his entire army. But we've got, up at the top here, we've got Eric in a pretty rough shape. I mean, he's back. Like, you can't be defensive already against Hades at this point, because you don't have a power spike coming up is the Aranos.
Talk about that power that Hades is taking his 3rd TC, which is just once he gets that, he's going to be on equal pop footing no matter what, and with his stronger eco and unit comp, it's just
now there are only there are only 2 heroes here, so all of these dryads do force Ragnarok's back. And down
interesting that Moore has to be helping here. Or yeah, the fact that Moore has to send units to the top to help with that matchup is not a good sign.
Yeah, and Ragnarok's, did he lead the... he led the army to his town center. Oh, no. Like, follow me, guys. I'll show you where to attack. Oh, man. So this town center will get stopped, but the Mermillo need to turn and fight the cavalry here.
This should be a slaughter again.
Now we have an earthquake. Oh, jeez. Well, now Eric's base is gone. Courtesy of the
Kills the
earthquake.
unit too, not just the building.
Hey, this building lived with 1 hit point. That's cool, though. And in the end, now you've got a... Oh, Moore is up Vortex, and he is Vortexed. I'm assuming this was maybe a misclick.
What is it with WKT and the misclicking of God powers?
Well, he Vortexed to his base. And that was where he did not need to Vortex at all, because he basically Vortexed to the safest point of the map. And that's too bad. Because this is the point in the game where... Ragnarok's a little bit of BM here. Putting a Wonder Foundation down in the front of the map. And while it is entertaining, I'm going to be honest, there's really no room for that. I don't approve. Low-grade entertainment there. So now I kind of hope that UCA loses the whole series. I don't like that. I don't think it's going to happen, at least not this game. It's more kind of vortexed his way out of there. And there's like no pressure anywhere. And now Moore just has to vortex to probably where he wanted to vortex first. And Nya's army was caught, so he just vortexed out. It's like, beam me up, Scotty! And away his army went. And we do have now kind of Swiss Boy's army is now in the kind of the wrong spot here.
A lot of throwing axemen, which don't have that great of mobility.
No, it's
Although,
like these Arcus here. Oh, we have
KT
flaming
should
weapons.
Not be splitting. If Teal was over here like 15 seconds sooner.
Yep.
instead
Okay,
of
we've.
attacking the TC, that fight's 100% different.
Oh, nice shockwave on all those throwing axemen
Same
here.
shot.
Got flaming weapons versus flaming weapons. And man, that mountain giant spawn there. You'll tank some damage. In the end, we are seeing.
Where did Nyan vortex to? How far away did he? Oh, he went up top to kill Pink.
Yeah, Pink's. He went up top. He got this town center,
Yeah,
killed those
good,
three.
Good vortex there.
And Pink, or purple, is now kind of out of the game. We now have more rotating up here to try to save the day, but probably a little too late. Now this front town center for Swiss Boy is down, but Moore is down here, or Nyan is down here helping. And
Take
Moore's up.
Earthquake to your front TC, and then 2 minutes later,
Yeah.
vortex to the back.
That's not good. See a Titan Gate getting built for Moore, kind of a desperation thing. And now we have, oh no, the vortex to the Titan Gate that was getting built with one citizen. And that was not long for the world, and then I don't know how long this town center will last either. He does have masons, but I tell you what, as here comes a Nidhogg, that's Swiss Boy's Nidhogg, to join the fun here. But I don't know why more Atlantean players don't go Vortex, aka Helios, in like 1v1s.
Redo really loved to
Yes,
do it,
he did.
especially against Egyptian. Had just an insane amount of success doing it.
Yeah.
Not only to target the Son of Osiris, which is normally a pain to deal with, but to also knock down the TCs quickly before the mercenary spam could come, which is huge.
And Swiss Boy is getting his forward back. And Moore is, Moore's having a good game. Eric kind of lost his way, I think, in the early middle of the game, where he wasn't where he should be. And then got like way behind, took an earthquake to the face, a vortex to the back, and he is still stuck in Heroic Age against some pretty nice looking Toxotes here, along with the relic that makes them 15% cheaper. Man. Well, that's nice if you're Hades. And we've got Nyan on the front. Might be able to save this town center, maybe. Well, maybe not. I don't know where. I mean, Moore's army is all up here trying to save Purple, who's way behind. So maybe this will. Oh no. Oh no. Citizens going down. The best sound in the game. If you don't play Uranos. But, well. I think maybe some of the ineffectiveness here from WKT is Eric, who is not an Uranos main, playing Uranos.
Yeah, I mean, this game is really, you've got to play each god a very specific way, and for the Uranos here, obviously hitting that heroic timing that could have immediately shut down the push out with the Lion would have made a big difference, because once he kind of just paraded through the base with the Lion and then took that really crazy fight, and then as a result he then gets the 3rd and 4th TC control, whereas if Eric shuts that down immediately, he can get that 3rd and 4th TC control.
Yeah, we got Swiss Boy knocking on Gladiator's base here. We got the Nidhogg roasting some dwarves. Oh man.
Yeah, whoever the Loki that gets Mythic first in the Loki Wars.
Yeah.
Gets to fry a bunch of dwarves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
no defense.
Yeah, Loki is one of those matchups. Like other matchups, you could kind of afford to be age behind and like be slowly aging up. Wow, these dwarfs are. That's it. GG, Mars first to call it here. This was really well played, I feel like, by UCA. I was a little worried about the Hades pick because of the lack of mobility it gives you, but they were able to withstand the early aggression and didn't really take much damage. I mean, the only damage that really happened was a little bit of raiding on Swiss Boy on his gold mine, but you'll take that if you're going to be in an early tech and town center on the top. You know, I mean, even though maybe the build wasn't quite the best, we had a lot of idle town center time early, but in the end,
one of the timings to hit would have been hitting the Loki's 2nd gold, where he's got to venture out of the base, like what happened to Gladiator Hero.
Yeah.
But Gladiator Hero took that massively brutal fight,
right,
and then had his own golds destroyed. And then after that, it was just 100% back foot defense for WKT, and that the game kind of was decided in that like 30-second span there.
Yeah, and Swiss Boy, he kind of in the end took an equally bad fight, but again, it's all about timing, and the earlier you take a bad fight, the worse it hurts. So like we can see here at the 10-minute mark, I mean, this is basically a one-on-one here between Swiss Boy and Gladiator, and we can see like what the difference was. Like Swiss Boy gained units during that fight, and Gladiator went way down. And then here, this is when Swiss Boy took that double, and his army disappeared right as he's
the civilian units.
And then yes, you could also see the civilian units. This is Gladiator lost about 10-11 dwarves on that big raid on his gold, and Swiss Boy, well, he got raided a little bit early, which is the difference here. He's down like 4 vills, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, losing 10 just like that is huge. And Orados, hello, good to have you. And yes, RyFang is the other guy along with me. And looking at the economy, says that yes, Ragnarok's had the best boom. And these are numbers you don't want to see. Eric, aka Watching RG, with a 80 units killed, 160 lost. And Gladiator with 69 killed and 120 lost. So those are two pretty rough kill death ratios. Hard to recover from that. And yeah, you can see Gladiator and Swiss Boy just down. And Gladiator's economy, so he lost his early in-base ox cart, but I don't know why it was this bad early on before the raid. Like, he's down already at the 4-minute mark. Like 500 resources down at the 4-minute mark. Like, why?
Maybe build order?
Well, I don't know, but that's kind of inexcusable. How you down 400 resources 4 minutes into the game? I don't understand that. Anyway, let's.
Auto queue issue. I don't know. He was even on Vil count, so I don't think.
I don't know.
Queue issue.
That's weird. Anyway, the Uncrappables take the first game in this best of 3. And we are going to move on to a game number 2. So that was UCA's home map. So I wonder what map we'll see from WKT. I mean, you probably don't want to do with you just getting wrecked on a land map like this. You probably don't do another land map, at least not one like this. But let's see. Let's get into the game. I got my overlay right. Game number 2. There may or may not be 3 games. My guy always gets me 3. Game number 2. Toronto Zeus, Kronos, Zeus. Hey, this looks like a Mediterranean. Yeah. A Mediterranean, everybody's favorite. Exciting, huh?
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Mediterranean! I've fallen off my chair. Alright, so Medit again. That's okay. There actually can be some pretty fun 3v3 games on Medit.
The water land shift is the only thing that makes this map interesting.
Yeah.
Because you can catch, because the way the land's kind of set up to be so narrow, you can punish the opposing team a lot more on land than you can on other maps that are more open.
Yep, so let's see though. We've got any changes in players. Nope, they're all the same players. Nyan Racing Cat is Kronos. Kronos very good at Mediterranean. Ragnarok's is Hades. Some would say that Hades is just as good as the other Greeks on Medit. We have an early deconstruct on Moore. And his villager will waddle back and rebuild the dock. And we've got Kronos Hades for Ragnarok's, and then our third player is Swiss Boy is Zeus. So Swiss Boy is switched over. More Titan Uranus. Watching RG, who is Eric, is Zeus. That's his main. And then we've got Gladiator switching to Kronos. Gladiator normally does play Norse, which he obviously can't. Like, it's not can't, but Norse, despite being, you know, the scourges of the sea, it doesn't quite translate in Age of Mythology. And now we see the deconstruct down here. So we've got Kronos Zeus Hades versus Uranus Zeus Kronos. What do you think of the god matchup, RyFang? Is there one god team that you think has the better? Basically, you're switching a Hades for an Uranus.
I like the double Greek. I think the double Resto is stronger than the well, it's not even double deconstruct. You just got the Kronos. I prefer the Greek over the Uranus on this map. Obviously for the restoration and the late game potential as well.
Yeah, if you're going to do, in my opinion, which some would say has very little value, I think that in 3v3s on Medit, I think Uranus is the worst Atlantean god. Not by much.
100% agree. It has no, I guess, shockwave, but shockwave really isn't that great on water because the ships are spread out. I mean, I'd much rather the deconstruct or the Gaia economy and trees, and obviously Gaia might be the best on this match, although Kronos is pretty useful as well.
Yeah, like Gaia, like I think you get more value out of a Gaia instead of a Kronos here. But I think Kronos is better than Uranus.
Against lesser players, the Kronos could be strong. Against this high-end tier, maybe not as much. If you catch like a player on 2 docks, and then get him down to 1 dock, and then have an advantage, you can prevent him from redocking. You can straight up win water with the help of deconstruct.
Yeah,
again, that works a lot better against lesser scale talent, and this is the playoffs of the RTSL league, so I don't know if that's going to be as impactful here.
Yeah, Nine, you're right. The Gaia does. The Gaia's, you're kind of gambling a little bit because you're right. If the Gaia is on the flank and a Greek shows up on your gold, that can be hard to defend. So I think you're right. The Gaia is a little bit of a roll that way. I guess I didn't quite consider it like that. So maybe a Kronos would be a safer option. We see the age ups are starting to come in. 3 Athenas, big surprise. A Prometheus, big surprise. So Gladiator is the earliest age up, and he is shifting onto the Kronos. I don't like this.
I agree with you. I think it's too easy to defend pressure here, especially in a team game when the Greek could potentially send a hero to help and completely tilt the pressure.
Well, I like... Maybe we're on different pages here. I like the shift. I just don't think it should be on the Kronos. Because the Kronos is going to be able to instant defend with his own oracles. So I think you get more value shifting onto the Greek here. And just mucking up the wood lines. Running amok. And caught... Because, like, this will just be a wash, I feel like. Though we do have... Oh, did he get the deconstruct on the temple? Soon enough, 77, 80%. Okay, the temple will get up. This is a really slow advance for Nye, and I think it's because he got deconstructed early. But, like, this attack on the gold here, or on the dock, I mean, it's just not going to work here.
Ships will come out, defender's
right.
advantage. The time it takes to get across this map in a 3 versus 3 is just so long. Like, you've got a pretty big defender's advantage in terms of getting your additional ships out. And in the fight much sooner.
So now we've got, let's see, the big thing is where does Eric go to help out? He's coming down the bottom left. And we're going to see Moore and Swiss Boy probably having more of a 1v1 on the right. Now the thing that you got to do, okay, nice to get some Byram shooting in here. The thing you got to do in this map with you having 2 Uranos is you have to take advantage of the faster speed on the boats.
So it's very nice on the large Medit of 3 versus 3.
Right, but that's if they want to compete with 2 Zeus with 2 Restoration, they're going to have to do some really good management of the boats to get like advantageous fights over and over.
You almost wish that one of the Landians had been pocket for the ship speed to be able to switch sides sooner.
Right,
as opposed to
yeah.
The slower ships.
Minotaur tossing around the Prometheans.
Like
and...
I said, this is why I don't like that pressure, because the Greek pocket can send a unit and kind of tilt things.
Yeah, well, here comes the watching RG Greek pocket coming down, and Jason and the Minotaur might finish this off. Actually, Jason would probably win the rest of this, almost. Minotaur versus Minotaur violence. Not right. We're looking on the boats. So far, there's nothing, no big fights on the boat. See, this is where, yeah, WKT needs to swap, and they can maybe catch Swiss Boy out here. That's what they're trying to do, it looks like.
I'm going for triple, even? I like just the rating in general, because you can catch like ships out of position, and especially...
But, oh no! Moore went back as the triple or double is coming in here. So Moore's boats are completely out of position.
He has so many. This would have been a straight slaughter of everything Pink has. They could have easily cornered them.
So how does UCA respond? It looks like Yellow is sending his boats over. And now we have... Oh, this is not a good resto. I guess he's maybe just trying to delay. As we see now a second resto being used.
This would not be going any better for...
Yeah, this is...
WKT.
This is a huge play. Now here comes a resto for... Now this is WKT's restoration. And we have a deconstruct on one of Swiss Boy only has one dock.
This is what I love about Kronos, is because now you can hug his shoreline and he's never going to get a second dock back up. So you're actually going to be turning water into a 3 versus 2.
Here come the 3 ladies coming up here. I don't know if this is where they need to be. Get out of here. And wow, this is demolition here all of a sudden on Swiss Boy. Just that maneuvering. Now, Gladiator, somebody on... WKT needs to watch these vills. They know they're here. You can't let this second dock come up. We see, oh, Ragnarok's is distracting. Now on the top, we did have Nyan sit on top of a dock here, and we have Nyan with some really good land pressure. Just courtesy of his free units. And oh, this Gladiator is, this is a big mistake from Gladiator. Making these counter barracks, 2 of them. We have a Minotaur here as well. Oh. And Swiss Boy is getting another dock that he shouldn't be able to build.
Yeah, he's got 3 ships. That should have never happened.
No. So
Your eyes should be lighting up the second you get that Greek down to 1 dock. Your eyes should just be like, I won water. Like, just don't let him build a second dock and water's yours. But
and here's another
backed out. And they
3v2
have the numbers too. They're just kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere when they could have been hugging that shore.
Gladiator is clearly distracted by what's going on in his base because he's got 8 boats here that are sitting around doing nothing. And what is
This is why I don't like that aggressive pressure, because it can kind of snowball against you with the double from the teammate, which it has.
Oh, this is a bad fight for him to be taking too. I mean, just run to his buddies here. That's a good fight. And oh, there. That's not the way you really want to retreat. He's running away from his friends. And now he has fought off the pressure here, but I mean, this pressure was just free myth units. So this is where I said it was a mistake. I mean, 1 counter barracks is okay, but 2 is a mistake because it's going to hurt his water presence where they were in a really good position.
Like fully backed off water, which his team had pretty much won water.
Yeah.
They had hugging shoreline, and now it's kind of going back to a stalemate when they could have had it wrapped up by now.
Yep, and now we have, yeah, see, now we have UCA is now kind of pushing back now on water because of that land pressure. And these 3 docks, which should never, at least shouldn't have come up when they came up. But we have more now is kind of doing your transition here. Ragnarok's is already at 3 town centers. Moore is grabbing 2 right now. And oh, nice to get on that village. Okay, got him.
That is something you see from the very top, like 1850 plus team players who play a lot of super high level games. The second they hit those resources to build a TC, they're building a TC.
But
there's no floating.
But yeah, now WKT is losing the water suddenly. Not really, maybe not losing, but they're not winning anymore. And they were in a fantastic spot down here. I mean, they basically got 2 restorations for kind of free. Had Swiss Boy down to like 3 boats and 1 dock. And then they let him build 2 more. And then just took a couple bad fights where Gladiator was distracted and he had like 10 boats sitting around doing nothing. And now you're to the point where you've got 2 Greeks on UCA's team and 1 on WKT. And that's tough. Though we have Nyan. Okay, you went in a little too far there. Did notice. And now really purple. Bad. Swiss Boy's in a bad spot. I don't know why Gladiator's retreating here. Like,
Pink dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, he like ran away from when Swiss Boy's boats were way out of position. But we've got, this is big pressure right here. Because Moore is in a really good spot.
2 heroes and that many vills, though, I don't think he can deny the TC. There's not,
I don't know.
Melee pressure, especially with the 2 heroes.
Yeah, he's got to probably at this point just kind of forget about. Does he have Shockwave? No Shockwave.
Just even a few Murmillo would have made a huge difference here.
Yeah, or Prometheans. I mean, I guess they probably would have gotten picked off by Odysseus there. Yeah, if he could have kept that town center down, Moore would have been in a fantastic spot. We still got 1 big land fight or water fight here. And it looks...
And this played in, the Atlantean kind of should have a bit more of a like land army going to deny that TC.
Right. And this boy is super defensive on water as well. The point where... Oh, got a turn. Turn as a team. There we go. You've got Ragnarok's... Oh, Eric is just going forward. Oh, man. Like, they can trap all of these boats here up against the corner. And they will, but, like, these boats here against these Atlantean boats is kind of an even fight. Like, Maybe I'm just... And they're retreating! Oh, man. And I guess Eric is getting pressure on the fishing here, but he could have just finished off these last few boats, as we see still continued pressure on land. This is a scary spot right here, where Swiss Boy is versus Moore, because Swiss Boy is way behind Moore. Do they have any upgrades for the ships? Probably not. They aren't really worth it at this point, because you have to get an armory and then spend the resources on copper weapons or something. So you normally don't see it unless maybe you're a Thor. Okay, so in the end, WKT is up on water. We have more coming down for the raid. This is really good for more. A lot of times you'll see Aranos players, like, or players in general, see this kind of forward base and then just like give up on any raiding, where you could just kind of just run right past. And here he is. Gonna find these villagers on gold. Only pickaxe. And we'll sit right here. And nice little raid here. You're not really looking to kill a ton of villagers. It's more of just the idle time.
Making retreat, yeah. Disrupts the constant gathering rate.
Got villagers down there. See,
also distracts your opponent as well.
Yeah. A lot of boats there. They're kind of like mutually raiding each other's fish. Oh wow. Look at... Okay, I'm gonna say this should not happen. Nyan should not be able to build this town center, and now this army comes forward. This is a nice army against an enemy Atlantean. Would like to see Eric kind of come down with his heroes that are not being heroic. And we did have a Valor come in to kind of try to save the day, but still there's Prometheans just...
The hero terma dies so quickly, and with that many Promethean to tank, you just kind of just a small micro thing that makes
and
a huge
this
you can just pick up heroes.
Town center is denied. And despite the early pressure that Gladiator was under, he's in a good spot now against Nyan. Nyan seemed like maybe he was a little slow in grabbing his forward town center. I think
is up mythic if you just
yeah, I see this. The Ragnaroks is going to have to carry.
God screen? What's the status on everyone's age?
Everybody's age 2 except for Moore and Ragnaroks. Ragnaroks is just going straight up
that
mythic.
3 TC that he grabbed before everybody else had taken a second.
Yeah. Ragnaroks grabbed an early 3 town centers. Moore grabbed some early 3 towners. Moore is trying to build this fortress here. Shockwave in. It's a nice shockwave. We'll lose 1 citizen, but the palace will come up, which will solidify this. And don't want to lose the second one. Get him in. Get him in. Ooh, right at the end. And Moore's raiding army is coming back. We'll run past some boats. Here's a question for you, RyFang. You're the pocket Hades here. How do you win this game when both of your flanks are losing? What do you do?
I think he should have been helping one of his flanks at least a bit sooner. I don't like it when the pockets are too passive, but
I believe that cost us a game.
Let's not talk about that. But yeah, I don't think the way he's playing it of being not helping on a side is the way to go ever, because I think it can let your side snowball and then it's hard to recover even with Underworld, because Underworld can be denied.
So we have an Underworld and then probably an Earthquake coming in on on Moore. How close is Moore to aging up here?
Good news is that green isn't applying counter land pressure either.
So green can come and help. And Earthquake. Oh, Earthquake on the aging up town center. So Moore's age up is canceled. Now, I don't like Hecate here. I think it's a terrible choice. I think it has to be Helios all the way. I also don't...
I agree, but it can. The Targate, if he was further enough ahead, that he can apply pressure on the forward TC while the Greek has to clean up the back TC, it still can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, now Eric, he went hard on water. So he's like in no position to help Moore at all. So we're in a really scary position for Moore here, where he was in a fantastic spot against Swiss Boy, and this is going to put him back super far. Now, they should be able to handle this Underworld, but this is Ragnarok's play to save the game here, which is to buy a ton of time for Swiss Boy, because in the end, if they can reach late game, you've got two Greek against one Greek. Should be good for UCA. As we see the villagers running away. Now we've got some nice pressure on this gold mine. Wow. I will say, though, that Eric is super slow.
On the left side, does Eric even have anything there?
No. Well, he got a mana core. He's got nothing. Eric is super slow to help out here. Like, to me, if I'm the pocket Greek here, we see a trader in on the Chimera. But if I'm the pocket Greek here, I think I have to realize that the only way, maybe not the only way, but the main way that we can lose this game, given how it's gone, is if this happens. So if I'm the pocket Greek here, I'm making a heroic age army.
I mean, yeah, he could have just done a prepare to do a counter Underworld, like at least build your own land army at home to prepare for the opponent's Underworld, and then if it doesn't come, you can always use your own Underworld to kind of put pressure.
And we have...
But yeah, just not going land is not a winning strategy on this map.
Yeah, like imagine if he had just forward built on this side, he being Eric, had an army here to help down here, and then you just Underworld right away to this. You could be down in age, it doesn't matter, as we see this town center going up, and Nyan has held on the front. Swiss Boy is still way behind, he's just now aging up. We had a Chaos used down here, and the Mana Core is targeting Odysseus, it looks like. And now we do have the help from Eric, but a ton of damage has been done here. Moore does have a Tartarian gate to use. I would kind of like to maybe just see it used. Like, I think this would be a good spot to use it on Nyan. Because Nyan has nothing to defend this. And Ragnarok's is all in the back. And he's time shifting a palace to here. Oh, that's a risky time shift. The unit should get on this because you can kill this palace that's being time shifted so quickly. And are these units coming forward for a... You almost just put the Tart gate right here. Just still. Just do it. Do it. I don't know what he's saving the Tartarian. Oh, this is terrible.
He used it. Oh, wow. Should have killed the Underworld, not the fortress.
Yeah! Oh, jeez. Well, that's not how to use the Tartarian gate. Now, I do like the Helios here for Gladiator, and I also like the Helios for Nyan. Nyan could Vortex somewhere, and we have now a counter Underworld. Now we have the instant Vortex. This is why I think Vortex is better. We have the instant Vortex from Nyan. I would like to see Gladiator Vortex down here as well. And he is. And, oh, the Hika Gigantes is already dead for Nyan. So this is going to be tough for Nyan to hold this. We have counter Underworld. And kind of leaving more out to dry here. Facing 2. He's losing villagers on his gold. I'm not sure about this Tartarian gate. But now it's kind of a base trade here. Trading more for Nyan. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Now, Moore does have a pretty decent army. He should be able to hold this town center. But it won't be long before we get... Yeah, we've got Swiss Boy aging up Hephaestus. Oh, wow. Look at all of... Break time.
Like 20-something bills.
Okay, now I don't... What do you think of Eric sending this down here?
Huge mistake. Just finish Nyan off.
Yes,
Send him to the grave.
you don't get greedy here, and this is greedy. This should all come up here. And
Especially with Yellow having his underworld still alive, he can just send his units back. It's not like he's got his army trapped.
yeah,
Across
this
the
is
map. He can send it back.
that's a terrible decision.
And look at what Nyan has in his main base.
Yeah, he's defending. Like if those 3 Helipolis are up here, this town center's down. And Yellow is still trying to come up and reinforce.
You missed it, but that Higagetes was a traitor from Nyan, I believe. And
Okay.
Then killed the Colossus. So
Oh,
not only did he stop
shoot.
one siege unit, but he then used that to kill the other siege unit, which saved his TC, which was really nice.
Oh, sneaky villagers up here. Oh, they're spotted. But are they spotted? We do have now some water. One thing we haven't mentioned yet is town centers are in water range. So we have a town center has been destroyed.
Ryan got mythic much sooner than anyone else in the game.
Now we have another vortex that, with Nyan responding with his own vortex, kind of a weird vortex, I'd say.
It doesn't land on anything of value, so that's nice thing about vortex is you can put yourself right in a position to get immediate value, and that just is a bunch of red buildings.
Oh, and oh man, there's the siege ship brought down Moore's front town center too. Like pretty soon, Swiss Boy is just going to roll over more as we see. Oh, Swiss Boy is okay. Underworld now to Eric's base, and I just feel like UCA is just using their god powers so much better. Like Tartarian Gate wasted. Like this is still here. Why is this even here still?
Now the siege is going over there after the
Yeah.
pushes died.
Yeah, now it comes.
There to begin with that TC and
Oh, is it?
sooner.
Oh, the tech to improve the health came in at just the right time. Oh, and it stays up. Wow, that building tech came in like within 3 seconds to save that town center, and things are not looking good for WKT now. They've been run circles around the second half of the game. Like, I don't understand it.
It's just not. I don't wonder if they use voice chat or not, but it's just the coordination. Like they should have won water when that deconstruct put pink down in one dock. They should have just finished Nyan with that underworld and vortex. Like
Yeah. Now the underworld here did get destroyed, I think by siege boats actually, which is a mistake. The underworld for Swiss Boy was within siege ship range. Which that's huge, because now there should be no way these villagers can accomplish anything. And that's a big mistake. As the town center's down and the underworld, that's a gigantic mistake. Because all of this pressure is now probably just gone. As long as they track these villagers. I mean, you'd think you wouldn't forget that there's like 30 up here. But we'll see. He's building a storehouse. Does he even have enough resources? He doesn't even have enough resources to build a building, so he's building a storehouse. And now the Toxotes is coming up. But still, we've got this pesky back build. And we got...
Eric sending his military.
Where is Eric's military?
Bro.
He doesn't have any. This is his military. He's making archers right now. He's at 2 town centers. He needs to delete his fishing ships. And they're so inefficient at this stage in the game. We've got Ragnarok's helping out on the bottom. We have these villagers fighting back. We've finally got a gold colossus coming in. I mean, if we get Perseus coming out here, he's getting trained behind a villager, which means he might not ever pop out. But now on the bottom, we've got Gladiator in a pretty risky spot here. Oh, getting a Titan with one Vortex left from Nyan. And Nyan has Siege already. And, oh no, 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 no. Eric's got to watch out that his villagers
wow,
don't
you
die.
send those vills on that giant trip down there and then just send them in to die.
Oh, they didn't clear up this back, the villagers.
Vills killed the archers.
That's big. Ragnarok's lost a town center somewhere. Okay, finally lost this one. Yeah, the Odysseus never came out. But this is scary. They know these villagers are here and they just didn't kill them. And then you get a back build, which is really scary. And now we have Moore losing his front base, and now you're just at the
point. Thing about the back builds is it can mess with trade, and
yeah.
You notice the gold situation, it gets kind of harder and harder to have safe gold on this map as it goes on. They kind of get mined out pretty quick.
And you got a market there too. I mean, this is Eric's market. And I mean, he's clearing up this back build, but I mean, this is where that's
one of the longest back builds I've ever seen.
Yes.
In, like a team game of this
yes.
caliber.
Like to completely ignore it. I mean, I can understand the counter underworld here, but it was just so inefficiently managed that it would have been better to clear this out first. But now, like this
from all the damage from early
yeah,
in the game.
Like Moore was in a fantastic position, the best on his team, and that underworld earthquake just completely changed the course of the game to the point where I think he's about to fold here because he doesn't have. I mean, he's got resources, but he has no pop space. And his town center here is at 700 health. You know, a few breaths by these hoplites will destroy it. We have a Panic Titan Gate coming up. We have another fortress that's been built.
I don't think Atlantean vills are very efficient at killing buildings.
Like no. Bless their hearts, they're trying. Uh-oh.
Not a fortress.
Uh-oh, these villagers are coming to get line of sight, and Moore is resigned. This was one that got away.
Said earlier in the stream that I like the Kronos' advantage is if you can catch a player unsuspecting on 2 docks and put him down to 1 and not let him recover. But I didn't think it would work in a team game this high level, but it happened in this game and they didn't capitalize on it, and that kind of was where the game went wrong.
Oh man. Well played by UCA though. They got outmaneuvered early on water, but managed the late game so much better. I mean, really, it was the underworld plus earthquake.
That first underworld that just sat there for a solid 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Back, you see their opponent just putting more down, 20 pop for 10 minutes, and just
Well played to UCA to take this series 2-0. So we'll give them the score right now, and then we'll look into some more of the game stuff. Yeah, I think here, this is just the difference of the pockets. Ragnarok's won the game for his team, and Eric just didn't do what he needed to do. Because when you got a team that both flanks are winning the game or winning their side, and then you lose, I think it's pretty clear to find out. I know it's a team game, and in a team game, it's the team that wins or loses, but there's definitely a player that just really let his team down here. Just didn't respond properly to this underworld.
It's a land-based game. Like, as nice as water is, controlling water is never going to win you the game. It's all whoever wins land is going to win the game. And for the first 15 minutes or so, Eric just didn't build the land army, and that kind of ended up costing his team a bit,
Yeah, but
or a lot rather.
yeah, because Moore was in a fantastic spot against Swiss Boy. Just fantastic, given the state of the game, and like he held like well for a long time despite losing two town centers. But I mean, in the end, I mean, without the assistance that he needed, I mean, he's gonna fold, and that's what happened. And if Eric was gonna make that gamble where, okay, I'll gamble and not defend here right away, then you gotta that gamble's gotta pan out, and it didn't. Could have. Like, I think.
If he sends those 3 siege plus Colossus to Nyan's main TC instead of going towards Rag, then Nyan crumbles and it's a different game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because, I mean, Atlantean is just so frail.
Because you can trap his vills. They had the TC. They were able to
Yeah,
build that TC that
they
they
had
knocked
this one.
down, and that's, if you look on the map, that's like a choke point. So it's not like Nyan's vills had anywhere to retreat.
Yeah, they could
They
have.
could have literally killed off every vill Nyan had and turned it into a 3 vs 2.
Yeah, they could have maybe, probably. I mean, it's all hypothetical, but just the way it went, I think they probably could have wiped Nyan off of the map. And then that gamble would pay off because you're wiping somebody off the map while still Moore was still there. Not in a great position, but at least he was there. But, you know, games like this on Medit, I don't mind. Like, this was a fun
Yeah, the
one.
land-water dynamic, and when you shift to land versus water, at least makes this map a little interesting.
Yeah.
Probably more so than 1 vs 1, where just whoever wins water has a massive chance of winning the game. In team games, if you do make that hard land switch and catch your opponent, you can still come back despite a somewhat clean water loss.
Yeah, and you're right. When Ragnarok's had some good attacks on these town centers, but still, that's just. It's not like the town centers go down for free. I mean, there's pop being put into these siege ships that this is from a commenting chat. So that was pop that Ragnarok's put into his siege ships that Eric could have also used that pop to do something, which could have been to come up through here.
Also can kind of predict that it'll come and prepare and have the counter boats ready, because those siege ships are kind of slow, and if you had counter ships ready, they could pick them off before those TCs even go down. That's kind of it's unfortunate to have the TCs in water range when you're ahead and have 2 of them, but at the same time you do have the pop advantage and can kind of afford the pop to play defensive against that, but they kind of didn't think about that, it would appear.
Yeah, it was a tale of 2 games. I mean, overall, WKT had some good maneuvers on water.
Compare Rag and Eric for military units. Does it include water units? So it might.
It would, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, because Eric had a lot of boats on water. So you can see even at the underworld, it looks like they're equal, but that's because all of this is on water here. And yeah, there is another comment too, is that they could have vortexed, they being WKT, could have used a vortex to the back of Nyan, or not Nyan, I mean to the back of Moore to kind of clear this out sooner.
I don't really love that though, because that Gladiator hero had the land advantage being up a TC, and if he vortexes away all the way back there, then he's gotta he loses that land advantage and then can't really get back without a second vortex. So
yeah,
it's kind of the pocket's job to clean it up, not the
I would agree. It's something that, I mean, hindsight's 2020. Given what happened down here and that this side build or this underworld plus vortex didn't work, is maybe he could have vortexed up here.
It did work. It just wasn't executed as well as it could have.
Yes, which means it didn't work. It could have. It could have. It just wasn't done right. Like, yeah, early game, WKT did better on water, and then late game, they kind of got ran around on land. They were just reactionary. Despite having the advantage on land, the underworld play made WKT kind of just reactionary, and then that forced kind of strategical decisions from them, and then some of them were wrong. And UCA played better towards the end, and WKT just couldn't quite do it. And that's the advantage that you get maybe a little bit when you have players who play a lot of team games like UCA, because they know how to play better in these kind of scenarios.
And practice, and yeah, the more games you get in on 3 versus 3, obviously, the better you're going to react to different scenarios. And
Gladiator is saying that they lost on purpose because if they were to have won, they would have moved on to play WKT Ferrari, and they didn't want to beat WKT Ferrari, so
save Ferrari some embarrassment.
Right, yeah, very nice of you guys. That was nice of you, Gladiator. But in the end, I do want to point out that sitting here on my chair, it's very easy to look and see, what went wrong and kind of point that out and be like, yeah, I should have done this different. But when you're playing, it's so much harder. I mean, that's real-time strategy.
Anybody getting housed, I think they did well.
Stop it. Yes. Not sure if anyone ever got housed. But fun game, though. I mean, like I said, it was a fun Medit game. I like it. I think it can really show that a lot of these games just show how much just a few decisions. Because not even, like, this really wasn't like
God power, that's kind of the thing in this game. And
yeah.
It's always kind of creative, is the God power usage literally will determine the game. It's not who does the better micro or repetition. It's like split-second decisions on when you use this once in a game God power that decide these games a lot of the time. Or most of the time.
Yeah, because that one guy, like, how do you do that one big play that you got? How do you use Underworld? How do you use Tartarian Gate? How do you use your Vortex? And that can do so much more than good micro in a fight, which could win you the game. Maybe, but it's just a lot of times in Age of Mythology where you have these huge power spikes from certain things, it's almost more of, what do you do with your big power spikes? We're the Mythic Age timing. So we had Ragnarok's was the first. That was probably because he was the first to grab town centers. Yes. Nyan, not Nyan. I think Moore would have been second. Well, he was second anyway. Moore was second despite having his aging up town center flattened. Why was Eric so slow? I think it's because he went harder on water. Like, late Heroic Age, Eric still had a ton of ships, and Ragnarok's didn't. So Ragnarok's had a little bit better of a water to land transition, which gave him that.
You bring up the TC graph again. When did Eric grab his relative to everyone else? Yeah, pretty late.
Late compared to Ragnarok's. So Eric was all in on the water. You could see how much more. I mean, this is pretty much all water here, where they're way up on water. Like here, they did kind of fritter away their advantage. Like this, at this point here, where they're basically 30 boats up, should have almost been kind of a whitewashing on water at this point, and UCA did well to hang on. Because they stalemated or kind of stagnated the water long enough to get their economy in gear, because they were a little bit behind eco. They're actually ahead early, and then we're behind. This is where the fish boom starts helping. And there was a question a long time ago, I missed it, I'm sorry. I made a comment about how Eric shouldn't be fishing, and yes, once you are towards the end game, I don't know the exact resource technologies, but farming is better than fishing. Certainly in Mythic, with all the upgrades. Maybe in Heroic. I haven't ever really like spent the time to kind of compare. I would think Heroic upgraded farming is probably better than upgraded fishing, but it's close. But once Mythic comes along, farming is better. So you should be deleting. No, the fish are. I'm almost positive, like 99%, the fish are slower in Mythic no matter where they are. Well, they are slower if you never get the second fish upgrade too. We're looking at per sign here, 27 minutes. Oh, jeez. Well, that's another problem. Moore doesn't even have per sign, which is okay, I guess, because he didn't have.
He kind of got knocked off at times.
But
so,
he still has a ton of boats here at the end. I think he maybe remade some at the end because he got pushed off. But that's a little bit. And how's his eco upgrades? All the eco. Man, you know what though? I feel like my good friend Blackadder here. We've been in the post game here for like nigh on 20 minutes now. People are probably tired of this. And I guess as we move on now, we have the iCrapables have beaten WKT 2-0. Thanks. I appreciate everyone who watched. I don't know, RyFang, if you got time to play a game or two.
Oh, I would love to.
All right. Yes. So we'll transition into. It's been a bit. Some team games. Oh, we've got player hosting with a game here. Maybe we can hop on over. With Xanina. I haven't seen Xanina in a while. But we're going to transition to some games. And I'm going to turn off my screen share in Discord now. You don't need it. How do I stop? All right. Well, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I like the... Oh, I kicked RyFang out of my Discord chat. Whoopsies. What, you're here?
Stream, yeah. I closed the stream, so it just, I think,
Oh.
switched to the voice chat screen.
Okay. So yeah, we still have, real quick here, we can take a look at the RTS League bracket. There's still one more quarterfinal match to get to. And that is F2 against GDM plus ONU. GDM plus ONU is the clan that won a tiebreaker against us to reach that 8th spot. So congratulations to them for winning the tiebreaker to get in the playoffs. Their reward, they get to play against F2. We didn't want to play them. We didn't want to show up F2. So, but I'll say though, GDM slash ONU, they can play pretty well.
They've got a lot of really high-level players, and then a lot of really high-level players who play a lot as well, which is another important factor.
So then we'll be moving on to the semifinals, which will be best of fives too, which is also fun. But well, Swiss or Otto says Swiss did a good comeback. I mean, he did do a comeback, but it was mainly because more
Right, had killed his opponent for him.
Right.
I don't think Swiss was any part of that killing.
Shoot, I don't know if players here. Okay, he's there. All right, yeah, I got time. Maybe a couple games here. So yeah, at some point. So this next quarterfinal match is scheduled for Sunday. I probably won't be able to get to it until I don't know. Maybe Tuesday night. Oh, player wants a 2v2. He wants to carry. No, we can do 2v2.
open anything here. I'm just gonna use the restroom, so I'll be back in a minute.
All right, well, we're gonna play a 2v2 here. Maybe transition to 3v3 in a little bit, but 2v2. Anybody got a god they want me to struggle with? I just realized I don't have my fancy lights on. Hold on. Now that I'm gaming, I gotta get the gaming lights on. Look at them. Now I gotta figure out, as I've been saying for months, what in the world am I gonna put on these walls for decor? Such a procrastinator. Cuddy Danks wants set because he wants to see his Pharaoh. All right. Why in the world are there 2 tornadoes on this screen? All right, well, we can get all of this out. Wait. This. And let me change my stream name. Here. All right. Thank you, Warlords, for that. But I'm still a kid at heart. I'm gonna tell you what though. The nice thing about having a kid is that then you can do childish things, and your excuse is that I'm with my kid. So, like for example, when me and Cam went on a train trip to Kansas City, little daddy son trip, we went to like, museums and stuff, and we went to like Legoland. And I had fun at Legoland. And that's not the thing. I can't go by myself. In fact, they actually don't allow you to go as an adult by yourself. But that's what I mean. Like, because I have a kid, I can do kiddie things and have fun doing it because I'm still a child at heart. Cam doesn't play, but he does play games actually. Right now, Cam is into. He was into this before, but he's into it again. Is City Skylines. He's got himself a very incompetent designed city, but it's coming along. Just give him infinite money and he builds whatever he wants, and he's having a good time. Traffic is terrible in his city though, because the streets are just awful. But it's fun. You hit on other women with kids. The whole plan. That's why I went to Kansas City, to try to pick up a boo over there. Oh, I need to get my APM counter up. People need to know how fast I am tickling these keys. Pretty quick. There we go. I'm at a masterful 2 APM here. I will say, when we're going on the this tangent of attraction, it is kind of, I don't know if it's weird or what when you think about it, but like as you age, you find older women more attractive. You know, I mean, I guess it's probably natural, but it's something that you don't really think about. But yeah, like I remember when I was in college, and I'm like, oh man, a lot of beautiful women. And now when I like happen to see college age ladies, which I don't, hang out with college age ladies, I'm like, wow, these are just kids. Like, no, like I feel wrong. I can't be attracted. They're kids. They're just gross. Sorry, RyFang, you came back at a weird time. You here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, just was unmuting myself. And
Oh,
yeah,
okay, all right.
Definitely picked the wrong time.
I was just talking about how as I age, or as people age, or at least probably should be this way, the attraction of age that you're attracted to kind of like goes up with your age. Like now that I'm in my 30s, I'm not really attracted to like college age kids because
Also got a wife and 2 kids.
well, right. Yeah, I mean that's without even saying. But I'm kind of wondering, like, does this mean when I'm 70, I'm like gonna be like going to the casino and looking at all these gray-haired ladies? I'll be like, I mean, I'll still be married, so I won't be doing that. But hypothetically,
I'm gonna pass on this conversation.
hypothetically, would I be at the casino looking at all these ladies running the slots and being like, oh man, what nursing home are you from? Wait, I'm set here. I was thinking I was Oasis. Anyway, how old is RyFang? I'm not sure the exact age, but he's right around my age.
31.
31. Ah, he's young. RyFang, if you aren't familiar with him, was a clanmate of mine back, is still, back in the old days. If you go back to the old annals of RTS Sanctuary, RTS League, you will see RTS League games featuring me and RyFang from like 2003.
We were actually good then. I just point that out.
And we had some good seasons. Our problem was we never had a good third player.
Or if we did, he'd like show up half the season.
Yeah.
When crunch time came around, they wouldn't make it, and then it'd just be us two.
Man, this lady did not want to go in the house. Yeah, that always kind of annoyed me. It's like our good thirds just were like AFK. Anyway, I really
I'm still kind of keyless, so don't be surprised if I'm bad. Or badder than usual, rather.
I thought about deleting the zebra guys, but I didn't. Oh, you got an elephant there. This build order sucks. I got too busy talking about old ladies and casinos. Oh, don't hit my zebra.
In which UAE.
Where's my elephant? A little upsetting. Your priest is kind of sitting around there.
Yeah, again, I'm playing a little slow at the moment.
Warlord's place says I'm playing set totally wrong, right as I'm clicking in my granary to research Flood of the Nile. I'll tell you a hint, it's not there. Oh man.
I'm probably just gonna go 1 TC heroic. Hopefully I'm against the Zeus.
I'm against player.
Oh, never mind. Great.
Who is the pharaoh? Ooh, good question. Pharaoh is Madara. Sometimes he's around at this time. Madara, you around, man? Are you gonna be like really upset if I go to this hunt? Because you've got some
No,
nice.
go for it. I got the elephant and I've got the zebra until I get knocked off in a minute.
In a Jirek.
Yeah, it has to be normal names, as in nothing that's gonna. I'm really looking for my back gold. That is.
Did the Atlantean go 2 TC? I wonder if that's why they haven't advanced yet.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe, I don't know. Well, no, that's
But
not
I'm in
funny.
your elephant. I got a second elephant over here, so
Oh,
now
that's
I can't be
alright.
mad that you take the back hunt. I wonder if I should grab that TC and kind of rope the elephant in. Oops, I could have picked off players.
I'm so distracted right now.
I had the resources to go. What do you call it? Heroic right as I hit classic.
Oh shoot.
You want me to send my Sphinx back to save
No,
your ability?
I got it. Well, I guess you can if you want to.
As I watch your ability.
Oh, never fear. In comes the Anubite. Don't hit! Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, you've got a villain my TC. I was confused.
Oh. Get out of there.
Red's going for your vills.
Oh! Thanks. Oh, I didn't get this upgrade yet. Oh, no, no. Oh. You have anything or no?
I need what?
Well, there's villagers here.
I'm just playing defensive.
I don't know. What? I guess it's not on the chicken.
Into. And I air.
It's not quite paying attention. That's okay. I'm alright with it.
Just play defensive. I'm in a good position.
Yeah, you mean like not against player?
Yeah, exactly.
Energia e refer.
Ooh. Watching the back players got some units coming there. Was gonna go to that gold mine, but I guess I won't. Prowling. Why is that idle?
There.
Yeah, not yet. I almost just want to go to the forward gold mine.
I'm looking to take reds forward if I can.
All right, then I'm gonna build forward then. I'll chemo this up and put 2 layers of walls. Nibble, nibble, chop, chop. Idle bills, I like it. Okay, okay. Oh! Oh, well. Good. Okay, where are some villagers to raid? You want me to come up behind red there?
No.
I'm coming anyway.
Play defensive. I'm still not in a great spot. Nice raid.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna give him the TC.
Block it!
Take his TC if you can.
I have 0 gold in my bank account right now.
Into you. Into you.
In which you refer?
Into you. Into you.
Oh shoot.
Into you.
Really?
Wedge.
Okay, good. He's letting my units out.
I'm gonna try to come in here. You have heroes?
2 priests.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, you're still.
Try not to take a fight. I gotta get heroic.
Into you. Into you. Into you. At you.
Up heroic finally. Don't take fights, JJ.
Well, it's just one guy here.
Into you. Into you. Into you. Into you.
All right, now I can retreat. I think.
Okay, retreating.
If we can get on those 2 heroes, the Greek heroes are
Can you
almost
get players
dead.
PC? My poor priest.
I'm clearing up red behind this. You can
I'm
turn and
kiting
fight
player,
this.
so-
Turn and fight that. He's only got 1 hero and it's almost dead.
Okay. Sending my scorpion man as well.
You refer? Up.
Gonna get trade going. I got a really good eco.
In you refer?
You have siege.
I'm gonna AE and push red.
All right.
Try to kill the TC.
In with Baya.
Kill it.
Into you.
Gonna have to watch out for the player carry.
I think it's coming. Does he have anything on this gold mine, do you know?
I don't know.
He only has 1 hero still there.
Fight player.
Yeah. Can you get that town center?
Yeah, I messed up my gold eco because I pulled half of it forward.
Watch your scorpion, man. What the heck?
We need to get like counter cavalry.
You need to refer?
Into you. Into you.
Rig. Baya. You need to refer? Tayo. UIR. Rig. Tayo.
You just gotta deal with player. I'll finish red.
Oh, that's all I gotta do, huh?
Yeah, I'll give you the easy, simpler task.
In which Tayo. In which
Oh, no wonder all my gold bills are idle.
Watch out for some raids in the back.
Into you. Into you. Into you. Into you. Into you. Into you.
Oh, that's an underworld passage on your back.
That's not good.
So you'll have to deal with player 2 a little bit.
Into you. At you. You refer.
You need to. I hear.
In which you refer. In a direct. In a direct. Into you. Into you. Into you. In which. Into you. Into you.
In
I thought I
room
aged up already. Oh.
You need to.
Into you.
Ah, shoot, that's my trade town
You need
center.
to.
In which.
Can we deal with that?
Huh?
Deal with the underworld?
Oh, we both will.
Where did my mummy go? Oh, there it is. That's messing up my gold income a bit.
Into you. Into you.
Oh, here's here. Oh, they are.
In which.
All right, he's get on the.
Into you.
Watch out for the town center too.
In which. Into you.
Get on the town center with the elephant.
Into you. Into you. Into you. Into you.
Sending the mummy to kill the Colossus and my son of Osiris is there. Red's not really
You
doing
need
much.
to. Up. Rig. In which. You I hear.
Should I just tornado the underworld? Do you think?
Yeah, just get it out of the way.
In which. You need to. Via. Rig.
All right. Just finish off those.
You need to. You need to. Rig.
Let's try to double player, because red can't really push me.
Okay.
In which.
Into you.
Do you have any extra food or no?
You refer.
Yeah, I've got like 3,000 food.
Oh, jeez, send it.
Probably should remake all my farm economy though.
Into you.
And you refer.
Dang it. Oh, that's not. I need some way to kill these Colossus.
Do you not have mummies? So yeah, you're set.
You need to.
Dang it.
Oh my gosh.
What?
My raid on player was a failure. Like, massive failure. Are you able to hold if I can finish red?
Oh,
Yeah,
probably not. I mean, that might be your best bet, though.
Okay. Gonna push red then.
If you can get me some food.
My food's a little iffy at the moment.
Alright, don't worry about it, huh?
Whoops.
Dang.
Oh, player's got his hero running around. Gonna try to push red.
Anytime you find yourself with excess resources,
Player's stupid hero just kills my siege.
ha.
I killed it finally.
Dang, I need a bit of bad.
I'm gonna go see if I can find player's trade.
Dang it.
Can I do anything to help you hold? I've got player's trade.
Probably not really. You got any food? That would still be.
I got some food, but my gold is taking a massive hit. And now player is kind of helping a bit.
Yeah, he kind of came off the gas over here for now.
I think it's GG.
You sure? Oh, he's attacking you now. Oh, I got 13 villagers hiding in there.
I didn't get a strong enough trade, and it kind of got disrupted a bit.
Why did it get disrupted?
Because he was back there.
I've held my side.
Held the generous phrasing.
Power, you.
Losses are paying to deal with this set.
I don't think that's why I lost.
What did he push you with then?
Just Myrmidons.
Oh, did he get your... I didn't even realize that was your third TC that he had all game.
Oh yeah. Big jerk. Alright, alright. Oh, hold on.
Good usage of vision.
Probably should have used it at the beginning. Saving it for a rainy day. Oh man. Oh. I'm dying over. Oh.
Oh my gosh, players trade eco.
It was up there. Cool.
And mine being crappy. Although, to be fair, his Underworld did kill my 3 markets that were supposed to get it going.
Yeah. Ugh. It happens. Okay, let's just compare. Let's see who won the 1v1 here between me and player. Yeah, pretty equal. Oh man. I blame it on you talking. I blame that loss on you talking about old women in casinos and how they'll be really sexy in 40 years. Your fault. Can't believe you were talking about stuff like that, you sicko. You're not even here.
That game wasn't even that bad. No, I was just muted and eating. That game was thought we were in pretty good shape early. He just clearly outboomed us and then got a lot of value out of that Underworld.
Outboomed a little bit. He had like a couple more villagers.
What happened when he seized? You couldn't get your third then?
I didn't have resources. I didn't have any villagers over there, and then he kind of walled it off. Things happened. Which did not include me building my forward town center. What got this guy time? Not asking you. I'm asking you. Oh, we need to figure out. Is anyone in the chat able to run a prediction? Maybe Cameron? I get you. Look at this. There it is. Okay. Cameron, if you're a mod, I don't know if you know how to run predictions, but you can run a prediction. Especially with oh, he's too lazy. Dang it. Alright. And guess what? You're too lazy. I don't think Nyan's here though, is he? See, I'd do it, but man, I can barely even play and talk at the same time. I surely can't run a thing here. You know what? If you can't run a prediction, man, you can't be mod. Yeah, nope, on. Oh, maybe Swoopy can do it. We'll mod him for a day. What he can do. Yeah, let's do prediction. Will we win or will we lose? Alright, Loki it is. Oh, these guys are waiting for me. Alright, now we've got that chat drama out of the way. Let's go. Oh, Loki on Oasis. Yes. I'll get the back.
We better not lose this, just saying.
Why?
Double aggression?
Oh, wow. I got goat bells ringing all over. I'm scouting the back, by the way. And the front. Yes, you are a mod, so start up the prediction.
Lot of hunt.
Well, I guess you can clear that corner. I'm gonna run this little Sark forward. Okay, my hunt is back behind. Where are you goats going? Oh shoot, this isn't the one that can...
I've got red. Or non-player. Again.
Just kill the goat. Alright, then I will kill his giraffe.
Is this double hunt?
No.
So these are yours then?
Yes.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Ég vil. Skipan. Skipan. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
So the cap speed relic in
Já.
back Terma?
Ég vil.
Já.
Samþykkt. Skipan. Já.
Skipan?
Samþykkt. Satt. Veiðimaður. Skipan.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
I didn't send you up. I told you.
Samþykkt.
Oh, I told this one that was forward. He was the one I tasked to build the temple.
Hver er þar? Veiðimaður. Já?
Hver er það? Já. Veiðimaður.
Skipan. Skipan. Já.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Hver er það? Veiðimaður.
Skipan. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Skipan. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Skipan.
I think I'm gonna forward build so I can go aggression since his giraffe were right by my forward builds.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Dang it!
Hver er þar? Veiðimaður.
Hver er þar? Hver er það? Hver er það? Timbursveit.
Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Hver er það? Ég vil. Tilbúin. Timbursveit. Hver er það? Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Til ég vil. Já. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
Já? Ádrás?
Já. Ég vil.
Já. Já.
Skipan?
Tilbúin.
Skipan.
Hver er það? Samþykkt. Já.
Tilbúin.
Til orðstundslag.
Hver er það? Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Hver er þar? Ádrás? Samþykkt. Timbursveit.
Hver er það? Já.
Skipan. Aðrás.
Já.
Skipan. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Hver er til orustu slag? Til satt. Ég vil. Satt. Já. Tilbúin. Já.
Hver er það?
Tilbúin. Til orustu slag.
Skipan. Grjótsveit.
Hver er það?
Right now, that means I can build another house.
Já. Satt. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já. Ráð. Hver er þar? Ég vil.
Hver er þar? Skipan. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
Tilbúin.
Hver er það? Samþykkt. Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Hver er það? Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Hver er það? Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Satt.
Hver er
Samþykkt.
þar? Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
Red's off to an awful start.
Good.
Skipan. Skipan. Timbursveit.
Like,
Hver er það?
really bad.
Hver er það? Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Já. Hver er það? Já. Satt. Skipan. Já. Hver er það? Tilbúin. Satt. Skipan. Atrás. Tilbúin. Hver er þar? Tilbúin. Atrás. Til hver er það? Orustu slag. Hver er það? Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Hver er það? Já. Ég vil. Satt. Já. Samþykkt. Skipan. Hver er það?
Já. Tilbúin.
Hver er það?
Já? Skipan? Já?
Já. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég vil. Hver er það? Something. Já, fyrir þar. Fyrir þar. Já, orrustuslag. Fyrir þar. Orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Já, orrustuslag.
Kind of going a little all out here.
Fyrir þar. Something. Fyrir þar.
That's fine.
Fyrir þar. Tilbúin. Orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Something. Já. Fyrir þar. Tilbúin. Já. Fyrir þar. Orrustuslag. Fyrir þar. Tilbúin. Skipan. Fyrir þar. Something.
Skipan.
Til já, satt, fyrir þar, já, something, fyrir þar, já, satt, something, já, tilbúin, satt, til something,
Já.
Skipan. Timbursveit.
til something, til satt, já, til something, tilbúin, something, já, something, tilbúin, skipi, satt, fyrir þar, something,
Hver er þar? Timbursveit.
What the heck?
fyrir þar,
Skipan.
Are you okay, or do you need help?
Uh.
Send all my Terma to go help you.
já,
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. While he's all pushed into my base.
Tilbúin.
Coming.
Sátt. Samþykkt.
til satt, já, something,
Skipan.
tilbúin, tilbúin, fyrir þar, til orrustuslag,
Hver er þar?
til skipan, something, skipan,
Ég veit til sveitin. Hver er þar?
skipan, já, skipan,
He's falling back.
Could have saved Shockwave to help you. I wasted it on like 2 units. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. Come in.
Já, til orrustuslag, já, til orrustuslag, já, rás, fyrir þar, til já, skipan, fyrir þar, já, fyrir þar, fyrir þar, rás, já, ég bygg, já,
I'm losing my army with Bad Biker on the other side.
Timbursveit.
já, tilbúin, satt,
Já.
tilbúin,
Oh, watch your Terma that are chasing.
Tilbúin. Sátt. Grjótsveit.
How come this
Tilbúin. Grjótsveit.
sound center
Fyrir.
keeps on going idle?
Já.
fyrir þar, til something,
Ah, jeez.
já, til something,
Tilbúin. Ég
fyrir
vil
skipan, ég bygg,
Oh, I've got an auto-queued Olsark for some reason.
ég bygg, something,
Tilbúin.
That is Loki. That's not good.
já, ég bygg,
Já. Ég vil.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I'll go hit Playersvilles
Grjótsveit.
with the
Tilbúin.
Swarm of Prometheans.
já,
Já.
Tilbúin.
Ég vil. Ég vil.
Skipan.
Why in the world did I have auto-queued?
Tilbúin. Ég vil þar.
skipan, tilbúin, something,
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Já. Samþykk. Hver er þar? Já. Ég vil.
tilbúin, fyrir
Player did fall back, so I don't know where he's at right now.
Ég vil. Samþykk.
Alright, I'm gonna kill a bunch of his food bills and then raid
Skipan.
red.
Já.
Já. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Red's walling in.
Skipan. Skipan.
Hver er þar?
skipan, fyrir þar, something, skipan, fyrir þar, satt,
Já. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Hver er þar? Satt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Tilbúin.
Alright, he's
Samþykkt.
up here now.
já, something, já,
Killed like
skipan,
4 vills already.
fyrir þar,
Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Skipan. Tilbúin.
Red just wasted a shockwave.
Fyrir þar. Já, til orrustuslag.
Já.
5 hills.
Skip, já. Fyrir þar. Skip, fyrir þar. Skip, something.
Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Orrustuslag.
Skip, fyrir þar. Til orrustuslag. Fyrir þar. Til orrustuslag. Til something.
Skipan. Tilbúin.
Skipan. Satt.
Sorry, Red's raiding your gold.
Já.
Ah!
Skipan. Já.
Fyrir þar.
Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Já.
Dang it, he killed my...
Skipan.
I just killed most of Red's army.
Alright, blue's on knocking on my door.
I'm gonna go try to raid. Where's Perlayer's gold? That's what I need to know.
Forward or back? I don't know.
Where's this gold in general?
I'm not sure.
Skipan. Something. Fyrir þar.
Are you able to come back on his army that's back here?
Skip.
Don't have great mobility at the moment. I've got a lot of Murmelo.
Fyrir þar. Fyrir þar.
Tilbúin.
Skip something. Til rás. Til something. Til orrustuslag.
Hver er þar? Já.
Já.
Tilbúin.
Skipan.
Kata building a second TC. I'm up massive if you could somehow just live. I know that's asking a lot.
Oh man, I got this easy. I don't know why these...
Já.
Hver er þar? Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Hver er þar? Tilbúin. Hver er þar? Tilbúin. Til orrustuslag.
Looking for their
Til
gold.
orrustuslag.
Don't stop!
Tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Já. Hver er þar? Tilbúin.
I might go cavalry. Will that be helpful?
Já.
If I do a cav transition?
Fyrir þar. Já. Til orrustuslag. Já. Fyrir þar. Tilbúin. Já. Something.
Shoot, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll do a cav transition and I'll catch him.
Já. Something. Fyrir þar.
Tilbúin.
Já. Something.
Hver er þar?
Fyrir þar.
I just play defensive and hold and we got this.
Skip.
I swear I'll destroy him.
Skip. Something. Skip. Já. Something.
Skipan.
Hver er það?
Já. Til orrustuslag.
Tilbúin.
Fyrir þar. Já. Tilbúin. Something.
Skipan. Til orrustuslag.
Fyrir þar.
Tilbúin.
Ah, jeez.
Skipan. Satt.
Skip. Til orrustuslag.
I'm gonna be dead in probably like 3 minutes.
Skipan. Something. Tilbúin. Skipan. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Something. Ég vil. Fyrir þar. Já.
Skipan. Já. Timbur. Já. Satt. Hver þar?
Tilbúin.
Hver þar? Tilbúin.
Hver þar?
Hver þar? Timbursveit.
Skipan. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Ég til hver þar? Ég vil. Satt. Hver þar? Satt. Atrás. Hver þar? Ég vil. Satt. Samþykkt. Já.
Hey, you're gonna have to
Skipan. Ég vil. Já.
do something about this dude.
Já.
Player's running wild.
Hver þar?
And he sees all my gold. I guess I'll have to go for forward gold.
Yeah, that's the only thing you got.
Hver þar? Já. Samþykkt.
Hver þar?
Skipan. Já. Satt.
Já. Já. Skipan.
Hver þar?
All right, well, I'm leaving town.
Satt. Timbursveit.
Oh man. Okay, and I'm ahead of player on score and probably position, but
Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
could use a little more time.
Samþykkt. Satt.
Tilbúin? Já.
I'm also
Ég vil.
gold starved all of a sudden.
Samþykkt.
Hver þar? Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já.
Ég vil.
Tilbúin.
Skipan.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Satt. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Hver þar? Hver þar? Skipan? Hver þar? Samþykkt. Hver þar? Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Já. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Satt.
Hver þar? Samþykkt.
Já. Timbursveit.
Skipan.
Já.
Do.
Hver þar?
What has player got for an army?
Just the usual
Tilbúin.
infantry and
Skipan. Já.
archers.
Timbursveit.
Hver þar? Satt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Hver þar? Orrustuslag.
All right, here comes my counterattack right now.
Til orrustuslag. Já. Orrustuslag. Atrás. Til orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Já.
These mythic
Orrustuslag.
concerns.
Atrás.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an economy.
Then I'm gonna try to gold starve him. I think that's the best solution,
Já. Skipan.
especially since
Something.
red's
Yeah.
like
Fair
gold
enough.
starved as well.
Já. Hver þar? Já. Já.
Yeah, he's gonna have his gold up somewhere forward.
Skipan. Ég vil.
I'm actually kind of surprised he hasn't found my villagers villying up there.
Tilbúin. Satt.
Tilbúin. Hver þar? Atrás. Hver þar? Samþykkt. Já. Til orrustuslag. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt.
What the heck?
Já. Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Watch out.
Já.
Hver þar? Skipan? Timbursveit. Samþykkt. Timbursveit. Hver þar?
Really?
Skipan.
How did he get there?
Tilbúin. Já.
Samþykkt. Hver þar? Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Orrustuslag. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Satt. Já. Til samþykkt. Samþykkt. Satt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Hver þar? Já. Skipan. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Satt.
Do you have any food that you can give me?
Not really, seeing as I've lost all my farms. I've got like 100.
Já. Samþykkt. Já.
Já. Já.
Oh man, that Chimera just roasted half my army.
Hver þar? Samþykkt.
Já.
Tilsatt. Ég vil. Satt. Ég vil. Já. Já. Something.
Yeah, I'm just like comatose. He's free
Dang
moving
it.
and my eco's toast.
Ég vil. Satt.
Skipan. Timbursveit.
Ég vil.
You got a few units here. We're still okay. I'm gonna try to get the underworld. We'll see if I can get it in time.
Skip. Tilbúin. Skipan.
Já, tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Já. Timbursveit.
I built this market yet? I'm gonna kill this underworld.
Holding a little.
Something.
I'll try to stabilize. I gotta get TCs back.
Skipan.
Já. Ég vil.
Skipan.
Oh wow, I don't have plow. That was an epic fail.
He's got villagers here.
Army.
Get these villagers before they can back build too much.
Where's his fortress that he was sending the siege from? We also have
I
to
think it
stop
was
this.
through the underworld.
Let's try to. Mate, don't let him get your starting TC.
Hver þar? Hver þar? Já. Satt. Skipan. Hver þar? Ég vil.
Já, ég vil.
Skipan. Já. Til forystuslag.
Get anytime you have.
Builds again. Eat the mid.
If you ever have extra food, that would be fantastic.
Red's starting to not be as doobly. Oh, I've got a massive army that can deal with him. Alright. I'm gonna go take Red's TC. How do I keep losing all my houses?
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Já, samþykkt. Satt, já. Tilbúin.
We need to clear up the back build though.
Sending more units to the front of player.
You're gonna lose villagers here.
Já,
Tillsatt. Jag vill. Skipan.
Skip-fighted
Something. Something. Tillbord.
Skip-fighted Fraus.
Tillbord. Jag vill. Something.
Hver það? Atrás. Hver
What the heck?
Samþykkt. Grjótsveit. Skip.
Skip. Orðuslag. Hver það? Orðuslag. Tillbord. Something. Já.
Hver þar? Grjótsveit.
Skip. Atrás. Satt. Ég vil. Atrás. Orðuslag.
Reddit's just spamming me with Prometheans.
Skip. Orðuslag.
Já.
Probably should actually see if I can. I need a town center, but I don't.
Satt.
Yeah, try to take your back one if you can, or stealth take one of theirs.
Já. Skipan.
I'm popped, which is my issue more than anything.
Skipan. Hver þar?
Já. Sækið
Skip. Orðuslag.
Guess we should make sure. Oh, he's on that town center back there too.
Já. Orðuslag.
Ah, shoot.
Timbersveit. Já.
Nope, not mining gold from there.
Grjótsveit. Skipan.
Hver þar? Ég vil.
Where did those vills go that were there?
Something. Satt.
Tilbúin. Satt. Ég vil.
Já.
Hver er það? Ég vil. Skipan. Satt. Samþykkt.
Hver þar? Já. Samþykkt. Orðuslag. Hver orðuslag?
Samþykkt.
Is there any way you think we would be able to get this back town center?
Which town center? Yours or theirs?
Something.
Back one.
Something.
Finish this fortress here.
Something. Já. Já. Satt. Something. Hver þar?
I guess maybe I should.
Já.
Just not getting good unit pass.
Ég vil. Hver það?
There's a Mithril Horseshoes relic there.
Oh my god, I went cav all game and didn't grab that. I'm an idiot. That would have changed the game.
Já.
Players just done more TCs. Can you deny your TC? Go Battleborn raid it.
Yeah. Oh, too late now.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Oh my gosh, I got like 10 idle bills.
Something. Já. Skipan. Hver þar?
Hver það? Hver
Oh, can't raid it. Gather gold there now.
Tilbúin. Já. Skip. Something. Já.
I think it's game. I've got no gold.
Something.
I'm there.
Já. Samþykkt.
My player has been on multiple more TCs than me, which has been part of the issue because I've just been popped.
Hver þar? Já. Something. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já. Skipan. Ég vil. Skipan. Something. Ég vil. Skipan. Hver þar?
Oh man.
Hver þar? Atrás.
Probably should have grabbed Redstone Center a while ago. Hey, man, we were winning by a score. I should have.
I mean, red did nothing. I just traded so insanely efficiently against him.
I should have started. I should have farmed sooner to get a trade route quicker. Would have helped me.
Guess I should have come double quicker when the player was behind you as well, and save shockwave for you.
Yeah.
Be honest, I didn't think you died that quickly.
I got goal blocked. Well done. Oh man. Wow, your economy was really good. Guy telling the obvious in chat. Well, of course. Man, you did have a nice kill death ratio there. I did too. Look at this.
Terma Ballista, and then I switched to Cav. I got in that relic that I talked about earlier in the game, thinking it was useless for Terma, and then had no idea I was going to go Cav if I just grabbed that relic, and there was another HP one for Cav in the middle. I'm sure that would have been the difference.
Oh man, yeah, there's the Tusk of the Iron Boar for 10% more. And then the Mithril Horseshoe, 10% more Cav speed. Time is at 11:35. I'm looking at that clock. I should go to bed. My kids will be up, crawling all over me, like 7 hours there. Any more word on Boyd's random land tourney? I don't know anything about it, so I'm not sure. But probably. Probably should have grabbed one of their back town centers at some point, just to distract. I think there was time there. Do something. I think. Boy, has so many.
And half committed. I should either committed full to player or like continue to push red, or at least push red enough to get his 4th TC, which I never did.
Yeah, he does kind of see all. Instant I go down there and back build, he's attacking my back build. The instant I start building that town center, he's got villagers coming on it. Oh man, the only thing he didn't see was me mining on that front gold mine in front of my base. That was like the only thing he never saw. Everything else, he had those binoculars on. But look, maybe he gave mercy. Yeah, maybe it's like, geez, I'll let this guy mine here and make it seem like he's got one over on me. That's like the morale booster gold mine right there. Well, thanks for the follow. Never saw that gold mine. Man, I should just mine from that to begin with then. Oh, man. All right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna run along. Let's go to bed. Let's see. There is buddy to host. It's not even plain Age Mythology. The other guy, Tronky NL Age Mythology. I'll go with that. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. It'll be a few days probably before I'm back. Tomorrow is Father's Day. Yeah. So we got things going on tomorrow. I should probably be going to bed for. So yeah, thanks for watching. It was a fun set of RTS League games and then a real fun set of 2v2s there. High level play coming this direction on out towards you. But all right. Catch all y'all later.